I think 3 is plenty. This deck sees a lot of cards. It's got Faithless Looting, it's got Night's Whispers, it's got Cathartic Reunions. We get to draw. You do have a bit badge. A very big bit badge. I'm gonna keep this. It's not super explosive, but we've got some of our card selection here. We've got like part of our combo. Seems fine. Opponent went to 5. Probably playing Tron or Dredge. Or they're just very unlucky. Could be Bogles too, I assume. Dredge? Hollowed one? Hollowed one. Okay. Gain 11 is pretty good against Hollowed one. Yeah, I think I'm going to air Ginger Chief. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the support. I'm going to wait on this Faithless Looting until I have a few more cards in my hand. I think I'm going to err on the side of overestimating as opposed to underestimating. Or I'm going to err on the side of underestimating as opposed to overestimating when I'm estimating how many decks we're going to play. So we might get to 4 since I started early today, but 3... Like, sometimes the prison leagues can take close to 3 hours, so I don't want to, like, predict that we're going to do more than we can, because then people get, like, excited when I put their thing on the queue, and then if we don't get to it, I feel bad. We're going to be playing Magic from now until about 3 o'clock, and then from, like, 3 to 6, we're going to play some Hearthstone. Splice Tribal. That's such a good name for this deck. Howdy, El Dorte. Crypt or Blood Crypt. Well, that's a good pickup. I'm just gonna lead on Night's Whisper here, I think. Just the most mana efficient. This also puts me to 8 cards. I'll just bin the Griselbrand to hand size here. So we get these 2 draws, plus a draw step next turn, plus Faithless Looting to find a Goryo's Vengeance to flip this pig into play. No, this is the good one. Thanks, Jackal Girl. Hopefully we can keep running good. The Bant deck was sweet. For those who want updates on the Bant deck, I just posted an updated list, what I would try next time if I was interested in continuing playing it in the subs Discord. What exactly is a floop? It's an Adventure Time reference. This means do something. Do the thing. This deck certainly does the thing. While we're waiting for my opponent here, we can have a brief moment of Jeff does social media. 2 Manamorphose, trust me, and a Galta, seriously. I don't trust people who don't use their words. It's so easy. Alright. Alright. What do you got, opponent? I've never really watched Adventure Time. I'm just down with the lingo. I'm sorry that I made you experience Skynet. Holy crap, the Affinity Mirrors. Good lord. I don't think I've ever played 4 mirrors in a Modern League before, so that was definitely a new experience for me. That was certainly a first for me. Opponent just said they had to AFK for a second. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Looking forward to more Affinity. Get out of here. Yeah, the cards seem fine. Definitely, like, honestly, I wonder if Karn is not just maybe better than Master of Ethereum. Like, removing the colored requirement from him seems good. And it doesn't anthem your team, but it does, like, make running Master of Ethereums effectively. It also, like, would replace, like, a 3-drop with other more expensive things. Is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? What fucking day is it? I just have no idea. It's definitely Tuesday. Oh, you're in the other part of the world where it's Wednesday. I got you. Don't confuse me like that. It's still Tuesday in the cornfields. It's still Tuesday in the superior time, cornfield time. Upstairs bolt. All right. Time zones are weird. Time zones are weird. Hey, Zesty, morning. I like the upstairs bolt here. They just need to be aggressive. This is a hard cast flame wake, sure. So we're going to 9 here, but we've got Worldspine Nourishing Shoal, so hopefully we hit our thing. Hey, Borborygmos, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping me do what I do here every day. What is the Dingler emote going to change? I don't know. Need to figure that out. +30 seconds. I tried to get organized, and my payment, my reward is confusion. That's unfortunate. I've been this. I think I'm just playing this Night's Whisper. Maybe I'm supposed to keep one of the untapped lands there. I'm just gonna go ahead. And do this now so we don't die by mistake. We're going to 18 here. Next turn we'll get to floop the Griselbrand into play and gain 7. So even if they hit us for a sizable amount, we should be able to draw a good bit. So we're going to 13 here, which means Griselbrand's going to put us to 20, which means we get to draw all of the cards. This little piggy went to market. Exile that one. And if we can do this pre-combat, it all ends up being less clicking. So you always want to try and kill them pre-combat if possible. So again, we're pretty close here. Pretty close to just killing. I'm gonna put this land into play before I misclick. Did we get another shoal? I did not get another worm, but I can shoal, pitch Manamorphose, splice ritual, go to 3 mana, cast ritual, go to 4 mana, play this, go to 5, breach Borborygmos. So cast this, exile this, splice this. Oh, actually, I could just splice this one, right? Because I have 2 spirit guides. Yeah, why not? This deck's dumb. Classic splice onto Arcane Tribal. Hey, Zesty Brosif, thanks for the 2-month subscription. Does this mean it's real? Welcome back. Didn't someone donate for Eldrazi Evolution? That sounds right, and you're definitely right that it isn't in the queue. Sometimes I miss them. Sometimes if there's a whole ton going on, I miss it. So I should throw that. I'm gonna make a note right now. Thank you for the reminder. Never feel bad if I miss something and you send me a correction, because there's a lot going on while I stream. And Streamlabs, they probably sent bits in, and there isn't a bits dashboard. So if I miss writing it down, Eldrazi Evolution. Always happy to correct. This is probably... Yeah, this deck's pretty good against aggressive decks in general because of the Nourishing Shoal Worldspine Wurm interaction. I'm gonna get rid of this Collective Brutality. I think I want to hedge and trim. I guess what are the odds they have Graveyard Hate? Some of the time I like to hedge when we're boarding and just like trim one of our Goryo's Vengeances because it the opponent's likely to be bringing in Graveyard Hate. just gonna bring in 2 Bontus, and then I'm gonna trim a ritual. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim a ritual. We'll bring 2 Bontus and we'll trim a ritual. Let's see how. I guess maybe I could trim Borby instead. I kind of like the rituals. Yeah, I'll trim a Borby. We could probably win by flooping the worm in most of the time. I think leaving all the Desperates in here is fine because, like, just like turn 3 Breach Worm is usually going to be good enough in this matchup. If I don't respond to a message with the deck list within 24 hours, you should message me again. You should just assume I didn't see it. Don't think you're being a bother. If I didn't respond in 24 hours, you should assume I missed the notification. Sometimes they play ley lines. Ley lines aren't 100% bugged all the time. They're bugged some of the time, but I'm holding off on playing decks with ley lines until they fix it, because I don't want to like have some of our matches be bugged with them. Hey, TJ Kimmer, thank you very much for the Twitch, the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for helping me do what I do here. Welcome to everybody. I got almost 200 people already this morning. Welcome, welcome. They do have a ley line, and they're not always bugged. All right. So this hand, yep. Oh, Magic's fun. At least we lost the Goryo's Vengeance. That didn't matter, I suppose. Alright, we just need some lands, and then we can breach this worm, hopefully. So we're looking to draw Desperate Rituals and Simian Spirit Guides so we can breach worm fast. Scalding Tarn. Playing Scalding Tarn in your Hollowed One deck is good. It sends the message that I could afford to play a blue deck, but I think this deck's busted, so I'm going to play it instead. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why this deck's very good, is like a lot of the times, like, our opponent just had it in their 7, but there's a lot of instances where like your opponents will mulligan very aggressively for graveyard hate, and then you're just like, alright, breach, kill you. And it's just like, oh. Alright, well, hopefully we draw fast mana or Nourishing Shoals here. Lightning Axe is kind of okay. We're going to go to 6 here. I'm going to bin this extra Griselbrand for now. It's a brand of frozen pot pies. Amy's pot pies, they're the best. As a connoisseur of not cooking and eating frozen foods, Amy's pies, A+. I think turn 2 8 power plus the ley line is going to be too much. If they hadn't had the ley line 2 here, obviously we would have just been able to like floop this with Goryo. I guess that's not even true because they Burning Inquiry to us. So I'm a vegetarian, and Amy's has multiple veggie pot pies. So that's why I do those. And unfortunately, we did not find a shoal to buy time, so we're gonna be dead here. A Sniper Wave, best frozen mac and cheese. Evils, EVOL, Evil. Hey, thank you for the $5. Giving some democracy points towards the Legacy Magistorm deck sounds good. I'll get that bumped up at the end of the stream today. So because they have ley lines, I'm going to trim 1 Goryo and bring this other Bontu's in, but I think I'm going to leave the rest the same. Yeah, Evils, EVOL. They have a frozen truffle mac that's just A+. We did accidentally get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I need to pay more attention when I'm placing my order on traders and make sure I don't get Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the future. Justin, you took your Teferi tribal donations and you cut them up into 4 blue-red leagues, of which we've already played one, and we're playing a second today, so just saying, you spent those points elsewhere. If you'd like to turn the other 2 The other two into Bant control, I'd be fine with that. I think the shuffler's broken. It didn't give us what we needed. Seems great. Seems very reasonable. Just like doesn't give a shit if they have a ley line. God bless. All right, so we're gonna scry. So we're looking for green cards or fast mana here. The reason why we're potentially looking for green cards is because remember, Through the Breach and Nourishing Shoal are silly, and you can splice Through the Breach onto Nourishing Shoal to effectively ramp. So if we find another green card, we can turn 3, play Nourishing Shoal, pitching that green card, and then cast this with the Simian Spirit Guide. Our opponent kept a no-lander. God bless. Remember when I said people keep medium hands in the back of Graveyard Hate and then you kill them with Through the Breach? Exhibit A. What's going on, Tianin? Howdy, howdy. Do you get your 5/5s? Oh, we don't get our 5/5s, do we? That's interesting. So we need them to deal some damage to themselves, which usually they'll comply and deal damage to themselves. Lucky. The Bontus are over Damnation because Modern's a very degenerate format where, look at this is a good example, right? I'm going to cast this Bontus on turn 3 and I couldn't cast Damnation. Yeah, if we get Griselbrand, we can go off. That is also true. But if we don't draw Griselbrand here, I'm going to just go ahead and Bontus the board. So we drew a green card, so I could Shoal, pitch Shoal, and put the Worm into play, but as someone helpfully pointed out, the chat's such a competitive advantage. This prevents the dice trigger, so we wouldn't get Worm token, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean their board here. Let's sweep those guys right up under the rug there. Just don't Burning Inquiry me. God bless. That card's so tilting. That might be my pick for the most tilting card in Modern. I mean, thankfully they kept a no-lander, so like their 4/4s came out on 2, so we didn't take any damage here. The Bant deck was great. You should, if you don't watch a lot of my stuff on YouTube, 1, you should, and 2, if you should make a point to watch the Bant video if you like interactive Magic. It's just like some of the best games of Magic I played in a long time were in that Bant league. We've actually played this deck with Jace Fringe Prodigy and blue cards before. You should check my YouTube channel, Grixis Grishoalbrand. My thoughts on the deck after having played it are at the end of that league. When do we play more Bant? Look, I'm a simple man. I just play whatever's in the queue, so I'm a very simple man. Whatever comes to the top of the queue, that's what I play. Yeah, the viewers dictate what we play and when. That was a long tank, and they discarded a Delve threat and a land, so like they have another Delve threat here. They just have a hollowed one. Interesting. They must have another Delve threat, right? So we don't get to untap because reasons. We did not lose a match with the Bant deck. Spoilers. We got all of the chesticles. I thought those affinity mirrors were your... You stop it. You go away right now. It's a damn shame they haven't done more damage to themselves because, like, then we could kill them with this worm. Amulet Titan's coming up. Probably get to Titan Thursday, probably Thursday. I promised Justin we'd play his standard deck tomorrow. No, Burning Inquiry is the most tilting card in Modern. That is not the droid I am looking for. Gosh, that's unfortunate. We basically need... We need a Griselbrand at this point, right? I'm bidding the Reunion. And then... Yeah, I think I'm just doing that, and then I'm scrying here. Trying to find a Griselbrand. Bottom that one. I gain 11 here. Yeah, I am too, and I get calls constantly to Vic. It's annoying. So we need to draw another Bontus, or we need to draw Griselbrand. Their hand was very good. I understand why they kept the no-lander now. They were really lucky and, like, hit the land on turn 2 after keeping a no-lander in their low-land deck, but, like, I understand the risk to reward payoff. Like, they had their ley line, and they had, like, triple Hollowed One plus multiple Delve threats, so their hand was really strong. The base to get on the donation list is $12 for the league. You can learn all the details on how it works there. I need to update. There's one thing. Tier 2 subs now get to add 10 points to a deck of their choice when they tier 2 sub every month. So I need to add that little detail into that list. But other than that, everything is described in there. Opt is interesting. Opt is better with Teferi, and it's good if I want to go up a Terminus, which I do. That's not a deck list I'm interested in playing, Billy Boy. I remember that one. You should always check with me before you send in a donation for a deck list. Always message me the list first before sending in money. If you'd like to send in something else, I'd be happy to add something else in, but or have to strike a balance between things that seem interesting and things that are just going to get run over. Yep. Yes, Night of Saint Draft. So tier 2 subs, I'll get to apply their $10 subscription to $10 in bonus points to something in the queue. I never knew there were all these rules about tiered. Well, I originally only had bonuses for tier 3 subs, but someone was like, you should do a bonus for the tier 2 subs. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like, letting them apply a bonus to one of the decks in the queue seems fine. Sweet. Awesome. Ugh. All right, we need Griselbrand or Bontus, chat. Griselbrand or Bontus. That was unfortunate. Sometimes you do lose the sideboard cards. I don't even know what that was strictly. God bless it. Maybe I should have. I guess we're taking 14 down to 2. We really can't win from there. Maybe I should have waited. All right. Let's head back in here. I think we're pretty likely to die there, even if we hit the Bontus the following turn. They just have like Flame Wakes and Bolts and Blood Gas that are all lethal at that point. We could have breached the Kurdi. Alright. You know, it's early. Let's start standing instead of starting sitting. Get some... Well, what are you doing, desk? Up. I said up, desk. Get some blood flow in here. Bounce around a little bit. Oof. Enjoy the ride up, chat. Hey, Civ Master with the $15 donation. Thank you very much. New bat list seems sweet. I want to see it. Sounds good. I'll get that added into the queue. Thank you for the support. This deck doesn't really do anything. It's got, if we had like, if this was a Griselbrand, I could like move to hand size and been a Griselbrand, I'd keep this, but it's not good enough with that card. I think this is an okay 6. I've got a Scry for the turn. Night's Whisper sounds good. I've got a Scry on my Temple of Malice. I've got Faithless Looting for some card selection. This is an A-OK 6 here. Elves. Elves with fetch land's actually interesting. Bottom that, just looking for Goryo's Vengeances and Griselbrands at this point. The new Teferi is very, very good. To set the bar exceedingly low, he's better than Jace the Mind Sculptor. But that's a low bar to clear, just so everybody understands. I am not claiming that better than Jace the Mind Sculptor is a difficult one to hurdle over. Jace is pretty bad. Alright, there's half the combo. So we get 3 shots at a Griselbrand next turn. We get a draw step plus Faithless Looting to flip the pig. And they're attacking for a pretty minimal amount this turn, which is nice. Oh, they're Shaman of the Packing us, though. That's pretty bad. So remember, we use our health total as a resource with this deck, so the fact that we're going to 9 here kind of sucks. We do still get 1 draw at least, so here's hoping 3 shots at Grisel Daddy. Ayo! Only needed 1 shot, because we're the best. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bin this pig. I'll bin these 2. Land. Floop the piggy into play. I would like to draw some cards. I would like to draw some more cards. I would like to draw some more cards. Are you having fun yet, opponent? I'm having fun. Man, where are my spirit guides at? Where are my spirit guides at, chat? They're all hiding in the bottom 18 here. Thankfully, we've got plenty of shoals and worms. All right, don't draw 7 more. Don't draw 7 more, Hogland. Don't do it. All right, we found 2 spirit guides. And 2 spirit guides is lethal, right? Because I can shoal, pitch Manamorphose, splice a thing, and then splice. Yay! Arcane Tribal! So splice onto Arcane Tribal. We've got 2 rituals over here. So we'll cast this for 2. We'll cast this ritual, pitching these 2 spirit guides. And this puts us to 3 mana when we cast this. And then this puts us to 4 mana. This puts us to 5 mana. Floop this other little piggy into play. This one. Kill all of their elves by discarding lands to send a message. Attack for a bunch. Aw, they've had enough. Poor little green men and women. This wasn't even a fair fight. Just wasn't even a fair fight. Alright. That's a Chalice of Void matchup. It's a Chalice of the Void matchup. It's definitely a Bontu's matchup. I'm gonna trim this Borby. These brutalities are fine too. Stop killing him, he's dead! Mercy! Mercy! You've never seen this go off before? This deck's a hoot. We play this deck a lot for a reason. It just draws all the cards and does all the stuff. I mean, I don't think Chalice is good enough on... So, like, here's the thing, chat. If I had to ask you... Here's the question. Who do you think is the better linear deck? Are they the better linear deck, or are we the better linear deck? I think the answer to that question is we're the better linear deck, right? So if we're the better linear deck, I don't want to dilute my linear game plan too much by boarding in a bunch of interaction. So I think I want the Brutality. I think I want these Bontus. I think I'm going to trim these Cathartic Reunions and a Desperate Ritual, and I'm going to call it a day. I think this is what I'd rather do. I think I'd want 3 sweepers, 1 more piece of spot removal. Yeah. I think my goal is to just like linear them out of the game. And I think that's a gut reaction a lot of people have when playing a deck like this, is they tend to look at their sideboard, and like decks like this are very prone to overboarding, and you don't want to do that. You just want to kill them. I believe the Elves deck from the Grand Prix had 2 copies of Relic in the sideboard as Graveyard Hate. Yeah, I'm in for more lands here, right? I'm just gonna top that. I guess I could be greedy and bottom that and like dig for acceleration to accelerate into Through the Breach. EE is for humans. It's also for hate cards. It's an anti-hate card. It kills things like Damping Sphere and other stuff like that. Grafdigger's Cages. I don't know what that means. All-time play. We could be dead next turn, chat. We could be dead next turn. So if I'm gonna be dead next turn anyways, I should just bin this Griselbrand, right? Because I'd like to floop him into play if possible. And we get 3 shots at a flooper. We get to go land Night's Whisper, and then we get to go pitch Spirit Guide Goryo's Vengeance this pig. We're taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 this turn, down to 9. This puts us to 7. It's gonna be a tight one. Ooh, are they not attacking with Archdruid? That's good for us. So long as they don't company into lethal. Don't company me. Don't company me. Alright. Alright. 2 shots. Hit me, dealer. I'm playing Court of Calling? Whoa, we're dead, chat. They're playing Court of Calling. That's interesting. Aethersworn Canonist. That's rude. Oh, geez, we hit too. All right, so Aethersworn Canonist is annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5. We might have been able to win this game. Might have been able to win there if they hadn't had the Canonist and the Chord. Chord's interesting. I haven't seen Chord and Green-Black Elves. Opponent's draw had power and disruption in it. It was a good lines from them. All right, I'm going to... I definitely want all these Bontus. Definitely want the Collective Brutalities. Do I want this extra ritual? Probably not in the face of their Spirit Guide. Yeah, but we're still just going to take lethal. We're only going to 14. They had a lot of power in play. I guess maybe we weren't taking lethal. I didn't count. I should have counted. I don't think we really have... I guess I had Bontus in my deck. Seemed pretty unlikely to win from there. Seems like not exciting, but it's fine, right? We get a Scry. Griselbrand. Yeah, I'm in the market for him, right? It kind of sucks that... Oh. That's a god. Ugh. On Linux, I use an editor called Genie, and then I use Genie in a terminal. Well, that's gross. I think this deck's very powerful. I think this is the best all-in linear deck in the format. And that being said, you're still just gonna get hosed by board cards sometimes. It's okay, it's gonna happen. If you can't stomach losing to board cards, you can't play a deck like this. But this is why I took this deck off my list of decks I was considering at the open next month. Like, I just don't want to travel to an open and get hosed by a bunch of sideboard cards. That being said, we are setting ourselves up okay to do well here. We need 2 more pieces of mana, but we can Shoal, Pitch, Worm, Splice, Breach when we get to 4 mana, and then floop this pig into play. Grishoalbrand in the morning, starting the day off correct. Hilarious, Max. Thank you very much for the 26-month resubscription. That's such a long time. Welcome back. It's almost as long as Declan's been alive. Yeah, Breach is a good pickup here. So we'll probably Night's Whisper again next turn, and then hopefully get set up after that. See, I think that's a cop-out, Pokemoki. Like, the people that complain, like, the people that show up with Dredge and Affinity or Graveyard-based decks like this and complain that they got beat by a sideboard card and Modern's no skill and it's all about sideboard cards, those people aren't bright. You have made a decision by registering a deck like this to lose to specific sideboard cards. There are plenty of decks in Modern that don't do that. There are plenty of decks in Modern that don't lose to single specific sideboard cards. And if you don't want to lose to sideboard cards, don't play a fucking deck that loses to sideboard cards. That's like saying that Modern is all about sideboard cards when you choose to register a deck like this is like showing up to a legacy tournament with Goblin Charbelcher and complaining that you lost all your matches because your opponents drew their Force of Will. Like, this is a decision you made at deck registration. A lot of Magic players, both inexperienced and experienced, I really feel like overlook the fact that more goes into Magic than just while you're playing the game. A big part of what goes into Magic is the preparation you do leading into the tournament. The cards you choose to register affect how your games play out. Someone should clip that for me. Or don't clip it, and I will clip it to YouTube later, because that was a good one. We got some feeling in the morning. While we're waiting for the next match to pop, speaking of feeling, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody hanging out here this morning. Almost 350 people already. My name's Jeff Hoagland. You may or may not know that I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. If you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime for free. It's included with that, and support my content at no extra cost to yourself. Thanks for the bits, TJ Kemmer. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. You can save 20% on your first order there with code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleClothes. Any rate, we had a rough start to the league, but we're going to go ahead and rally it back. This deck's sweet, so we're going to play a few more matches with it here. It's on the play. That's a good start for a turn 2 combo deck. All right. What does this hand do? This hand's decent, right? We've got a way to get our piggy into the graveyard. We just need a Goryo's Vengeance down the line. We could also, depending on like what our draw is here, just like go for the turn 3 through the breach. Are we in the mid-range bracket yet? Ooh, Night's Whisper is the perfect draw here, because I'm not quite sure which direction we want to go in, so it allows me to get more information before I commit to discarding the Griselbrand or not. Oh no, not a mana reshaper, chat. How will we ever beat this incredibly powerful card that our opponent has put into play? Oh no, how will we ever beat this incredibly powerful card that our opponent has put into play? Alright, let's, oh wait, I need to do this first, right? You got a bad case of worms, opponent. Might want to watch out, they might be contagious. Yeah, hit me, dealer. Hit me again, dealer. Alright, so we're looking for... This is a story all about how cast and splice. How many monkeys are in my hand? One monkey. I've only got one monkey so far. That's fine, though. We're going up to 16. I could just draw my entire deck here, right? Sounds good, Marty. I'll definitely do that. Hey, Yan1990, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I hit the Manamorphose. I hit another monkey. I have a Desperate Ritual. Do I have a Borby in here somewhere? Was there a Borby in here somewhere? There is a Borby in here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go... Pitch, monkey, pitch. No, oh, that wasn't, oh my god, I clicked on the wrong card. Oh my god, I clicked on the wrong card. And we didn't draw another monkey. Holy crap. God damn it. I was trying to scroll my hand and I clicked on Faithless Looting by mistake. I was trying to scroll over in my hand to get to the other spirit guide, and I clicked on Faithless Looting by mistake. That's really frustrating. Because now I can't draw 7. I can't draw 7 because I only have 5 cards in my deck. Can I actually win the game somehow? We're probably going to get Thought Knot Seared next turn, so probably not. I can't Goryos. I don't have 2 mana. Oh, I don't have 2 worms either. I only have 1 worm in my hand. Otherwise, you're right. I could shuffle 2 worms in, but there's only 1 worm left. I've already pitched 3 worms to Shoals. Man, that's frustrating. I'm just gonna move on. I'll put this deck back in the queue for Shannon later. I'm gonna play something else. I don't feel like playing this deck anymore after that. I'd rather, my goal in life is to not play Magic while frustrated. So when Magic Online makes me frustrated with the deck, we're just gonna move on from it. So we can't draw the monkey. We can't draw a monkey because we don't have any more mana. So that's not to be fair. Executing this combo on Magic Arena is probably miserable, right? Like you probably can't functionally execute this combo on Arena the way it currently is. Yeah. I did draw off the looting. The looting was asking me to discard. So that's fine.